Hello everyone and welcome to another Hallyu Sees It review. Today I'm reviewing a little game called Circle the Wagons. Designed by Stephen Aramini, Danny Devine, and Paul Kluka, and illustrations by one of my favorite board game illustrators, Beth Sobel. So this is published by Button Shy Games in their Wallet line. As you can see here, everything you need to play this game is right here and comprised of 18 cards and an instruction booklet. And everything fits inside this little nice little wallet type case. So, Circle the Wagons is for 2 players. And I'm just going to go ahead and say up front that Circle the Wagons is by far my favorite micro game that I have played. And when I say micro game, you may be familiar with Love Letter or Coin Age or some of these others. The idea being that they are very, very compact and just comprised of very few cards or components. So Circle the Wagons does really, really well at utilizing the 18 cards that come in the game to the best advantage I think you can in such a game. And that is double-sided cards. So to set up a game of Circle the Wagons, you're going to shuffle up all these cards and flip over 3 of the cards in the middle. And those 3 cards are the kind of end scoring for the game. So each game, there's a lot of variability when it comes to it. With the 18 different cards, choosing 3 of those, you're going to have different combinations come up pretty much every time you play. And the order of the cards in the circle will also impact decisions and gameplay. And it's just, I really, really enjoy this game a lot. So setup, quite simple. You have 3 cards in the middle that will be the scoring at the end of the game. And then you deal out these randomly along the outside. The first player will be the first one to go, and the other player will choose the starting point along the circle. And so, for example, if I'm the first player and my opponent chooses right here, we're going to be going clockwise around this circle. That tells that my player is going to tell me what card I have available to me first to choose from. Now you can always skip this card if I don't want to take it and take the next one. However, any cards you skip, so let's say I wanted to take this card here, these cards would both be taken by my opponent and played into their tableau. So basically what you're doing is you're going to be acquiring cards and placing them in front of you. And at the end of the game, you're going to be scoring each of these colored regions. And you're going to, for your largest colored region of each of those. So if I had something like this, for yellow, at the end of the game, it would score, well, the largest region would be this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points for yellow. I wouldn't get any points for that. This is a separate yellow region of 1, so I wouldn't score that in this game. And then, of course, I would score 1 point for green and 1 point for gray. So at the end of the game, you're trying to make these territories of color. Those are kind of the base scoring that's scored each time. And then let's just look at these for some other examples of the other things you're going to be trying to do in the game. Cool water, 3 points per wagon, adjacent to your largest water group. If multiple largest, you can choose, but it's going to be 3 points per wagon that's adjacent to it. So if you have a large water area and you surround it by the wagons, you can get points that way. The herd, so you can try to group, at the end of the game we talked about scoring for colored groups, but this we can also score if we have cows next to each other. And that largest group, we're going to score 2 points per cow. If we can circle a space with 4 wagons surrounding a territory, then we're going to score 5 points per circle. Okay? And like I said, these are all double-sided, so they have a ton of variability. Won't go over each of these, but they do provide a nice mixture of goals and utilize the different symbols here very well. And it's very thematic how they've chosen to do that. So I think it's works really, really well. So let's go ahead and show you just one of the other things. As you take these and play them into your area, you can play them so that they're aligned like this. Obviously you need to, you can't do it on like an angle, so it's touching 2. You can flip cards upside down, but you cannot turn them this direction. They all must be vertical. But you can turn them upside down, and you can place over other territories like so. So all of those placements are legal. And so I could place it right here if I wanted to get a larger section of the snowy areas. But that's basically the gameplay. And like I said, there's some really interesting choices because you may be wanting certain cards for getting a large area of color. You may be wanting it for wagons or cattle. Again, wagons in this game may be more of a hot ticket item because it relates to the scoring, the end game scoring. But that decision, so if I'm here, well, there's one wagon. Oh, but if I skip that card and take that one, that's 3 wagons, and there's a water area right here. That's a really good card. So it'd probably be worth it if I want to skip this one, allowing my opponent to place this card in their area and take this one. And then it's my opponent's turn. So they come to this one and be like, oh, that's a lot of water. And there's a wagon on that too. Yeah, so this one's good for me. So I'm just going to take this one. And then it's your turn again. And it's like, okay, going to this. Well, it has a wagon and a cattle. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this. Take this one. So you take turns, you keep going around till all the cards are gone. Then you're going to scout, score up each of the colored regions and the bonus scoring here at the end. And I really, really enjoy this game a lot. Again, it's very, very quick and easy to understand how to play the game. And it's just a nice experience, 2-player experience. I love how portable it is and how compact it is. I also really enjoy the fact that you don't need additional tokens like coins or anything to play this one. As far as table space, you wouldn't necessarily need to set it up in a circle, but that's the suggested way. But as you can see, it doesn't really take up a whole lot of table space. And you could manipulate this, in a certain way. You could even have like a variation where you just basically have all these cards in a stack and allow players to kind of look through it. But then, okay, I'm going to take the top one, or I'm going to take, the one underneath it. I'll hand the other one to my opponent. So, easily you could do this on even like a plain tray table or something like that. But yeah, I just really, really enjoy it. The artwork is pretty simple, but very well done. The card quality is really well done as well. It's got a nice linen finish on it. And the pouch that it comes in is really nice. It's one of those things that's so compact. Definitely enjoy this, and look forward to maybe trying some of the other wallet the games Button Shy has in their other wallet line games. So this is by far, again, my favorite micro game. If this looks like something that you would enjoy, it provides a lot of decision making, a lot of variability with only 18 cards. And that is Circle the Wagons. And that is how Lou sees it.